everybody, thank you for stopping by, and I am trying something a little different with my videos. Let me know how you like it. For today I have another card for your graduation inspiration. If you are trying to make graduation cards and you need a little bit of inspiration, here you go. I will start with the base. The base is a 6x6 cardstock that I used the Blue Fern Studios, and I just cut it down. And then what I did was, for my base here, I distressed the edges of the first layer. You can kind of see a little bit of it. And then I took the pop-up box from Magnolia 1 and I staggered the two cuts on here. I also used the textured paste on the edges and then a little bit of broken china to ink up the edges a little. And then I used the Gone Camping die from the volume 11. And that is I love that die. That is one of my favorites, and now that I've used it, I probably will want to try using it even more. So, it's like, whenever I purchase those doohickey dies, I always see like a doohickey, I'm like, oh, I probably will never use that one, I don't know. And that one ends up being the one that I use the most. I don't know how many other people have the same experience, but that's just how I am. So back to my card here for the back layer. I did use the textured paste a little bit and some distress ink on top. I don't know how clear you can see it. There is a little bit of stamp from Vintage Box 1, the flower. It is visible here. I stamped it randomly on the back paper, but this is the only spot where it came out. And then after that, I started layering my Simon Says exclusive stacked heart die cut. So you can see it here, a little bit of it over here, and there is some other places in the background that it is layered, but you can't see it as visible. So, yes, that was my next step that I did. After I did that, I was trying to place my tags here, which this tag is the Magnolia Doohickey Christmas Tilda tag. And then I have the Ooh La La collection tag. That is the same, well, this is the tag from the Ooh La La collection. And then what I did was I used the little top part of this tag up here. I just attached it to this tag down here so they were uniform. And then I used the stamp from Vintage Box 2, the circus one. It says "You Make Me Smile." And I added that stamp on here. I also cut these, forgot to mention that they are cut from watercolor paper. And I used distress inks to distress them and Perfect Pearl Mist to give it a little bit of shine. I don't know if that is coming up on there. And then I used some little green ribbon because this is her favorite color. So I wanted to bring these elements into my card. And I added a little button with a rhinestone on here. There are rhinestones placed randomly amongst the card on here. There's some down in here too. A different size though. I think these are bigger, and then these down here are smaller but the same shade. So I also used some foam to give it some dimension. It is very dimensional. It has a lot of foam on here. So very popped up, very dimensional. Once I figured out where I was going to place these at so that you could still read the "You Make Me Smile" sentiment, I decided I was going to add the sun and the clouds on there. The sun is from the Magnolia Doohickey Volume 10, and the clouds are from Volume 4. And I also distressed a little bit of the little rays on the sun with Vintage Photo on the edges, and then I used the broken china to match my pop-up box, and a little bit of Wink of Stella on here because I used some stickles on this background piece, and it has a little bit of green, a little bit of blue stickles, but I smeared them so that you couldn't really see. Like down here you can see a glob of it, but I tried to smear it enough where it wasn't so obvious. And then I used, once I finished that layer, then I started to figure out the layering, where I was going to place my center and my flowers. And I kind of like to work in a certain order just so that I know where everything is going to go. So I cut my center pieces here along with my Tilda. My Tilda is from the Magnolia 4th graduate, and she is Diploma Tilda. And I colored her with the Distress Reinkers, and I added some Wink of Stella onto her. I think she turned out very cute. I'm really happy with that. I cut her out along with this background here with Spellbinders large deck rectangles is what these are here. And then for this background, I created this background using the Stampin' Up stamps. They're from the 2005, I believe, of Love collection, and I thought it was absolutely a cute stamp set. I tried to get Celebrate, the complete word, on here, and I managed to get the friend down at the bottom. And I used the Versamark ink along with some clear embossing, and I just embossed the stamped edges, and then I used the Distress ink. It's like a resist kind of technique. So that's what I used for this. And then I brought in the same colors that I used onto the edging of my Tilda. I also used the Sun Lace from the Fairy Tale Collection Volume 9. And I cut this out with some gold paper from my stash. I forgot what the name was that those came from, but and then I used Wild Orchid craft flowers. I used quite a few of those on here. There are a few that are not Wild Orchid craft flowers. So the green flower is the Magnolia flower. This one was gifted to me by a friend. And then I have this flower that I found at Hobby Lobby along with this flower. It is Zoology. It is a button. And let's see here. Oh, this flower here came from an eBay company in Thailand. I'll link her eBay shop down below. So the flower, those are the flowers, and then for my leaves here, I used parsley and rocket salad to make for my floral arrangements. And then down here, I did use a little bit different. I was trying to bring in the same pattern from this leaf. I wanted to incorporate that down below here. And those dies were gifted to me, and I will link the information down below if you're interested in this die here. Then what else? Oh yes, So for the inside here, I used a Spellbinders die, and this is from 17, label 17. And then this stitched heart here is from Magnolia Doohickey Volume 10. So if you get Volume 10, you get this heart stitch die and the sun, and it's the bee theme. I forgot what the bee theme one was, but it is the bee theme if you're interested in looking for that. So that's it for my card today. I hope you enjoyed it and gave you a little bit of some inspiration. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave sweet little comments down below, and we will talk to y'all later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.